The story of the Leamington and Warwick Tramway starts in the latter years of Queen Victoria's reign. By the 1870s, the population of Leamington had reached 23,000 and that of adjoining Warwick 12,000.
Employment was on the increase and tourism was also on the increase, and the railway systems were supporting that by running excursions to both of the towns, highlighting the benefits and the beauties of the area.
Construction of the first Leamington and Warwick Tramway began in November 1881.
It went out to tender, and I think there was something in the order of 13 tenders. John Fell, who hadn't actually built any tram systems, was successful in the tender of £14,600, I think it was, give or take a couple of £100.
The route started near the Manor House Hotel in Avenue Road, joining the parade by the parish church, passing the pump rooms and Regent Hotel, before taking a left turn into Warwick Street, and from there along the Emscott Road towards Warwick. But there was a problem. The tracks had been laid through the archway of Warwick's East Gate. When the Board of Trade Inspector came to conduct his final checks before the new tramway was due to open, he discovered that there wasn't enough room for a tram loaded with passengers to get through.
It meant all the people on the top deck had to come off, go through, and then get back on the tram to go down Smith Street or go up into Jury Street and High Street. And I just think that's incredible that they got that far without realising that there was a major issue. And thankfully, the inspector suggested that that the service could start on the proviso that they all detrained, as they say, and then got back on.
By the early 1900s, electricity was starting to replace horsepower on tramways across the country, and a campaign to electrify the Leamington and Warwick Tramway began to gather momentum.
Essentially, it was down to halving the cost. It was said that the horse-drawn system was labour-intensive and perhaps not as reliable as they would have wished.
Electrification went ahead, and a new service started in July 1905. At its height, the service carried over 2 million passengers a year. But by 1914, the tracks were in a poor state of repair. In 1916, a runaway tram crashed into the corner of a Warwick pub.
The driver, Walter Munford, got off the tram. It's not clear whether he went for a call of nature or whether he went to get a drink. The conductress, Miss Haskins, heard what she thought was the bell. So she released the brake. That part of the track system is on a grade in it that takes it down. There's no driver, and the tram is increasing in speed. It gets to the point of a curve at Eastgate. At such a speed, it leaves the track and embeds itself into the front wall of the Castle Arms public house.
The post-war economy couldn't support the level of investment required to renovate the rundown tramway, and the growth of buses and motor cars in the 1920s reduced passenger demand. The final Leamington tram ran on the 16th of August 1930.
On the day that they ran, there was hardly anybody on the last service, and within days of that service running, the contractors were in and lifting the track.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're aiming to post new content about the history of Leamington and Warwickshire on a weekly basis over the summer. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.